First things first, the Samurai Shin comic book is now available on peepgamecomics.com, and that's comics with an X, so make sure you swing on by there and check it out for yourself. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But right now, we are going to talk about this Samurai Shin soundtrack. So if you want to check this out, as well as the comic book that I mentioned at the start of this review, just take a look at the information box I got for you underneath this video. Now, I actually already reviewed one of the songs off here, so I'll post that review at the top of the comments section. But very briefly, that song was called Stay On Point by the Chill Squad, and I thought it was pretty cool for what it is. Just a boom bap track where Chill Squad are coming through with some Mobb Deep style rhyme schemes and flows. At least that's how I took it, so if that sounds interesting to you, you might want to check it out. And the only other song on here with bars is Jamin Warren's track, Boy With A Sword, and this one was just alright as well. I did like the Stay On Point track better, but with this one you're going to get some Oriental style production, and Jamin is just rapping about, obviously, a boy with a sword. So you're going to hear some lines on here about sword work. But the thing that threw me off about this one is how the hook is actually a sample that's talking about a boy with a gun. So it might seem like a little bit of a minor gripe, but if you're going to make a song called Boy With A Sword on a soundtrack that has to do with samurais, you really got to find a clip that has something to do with swords. And I'm sure you could find something out there in an old samurai flick, maybe in an old anime or something like that. So that was one thing that kind of held that track back for me, but it wasn't a trash track. It just wasn't really anything that was out of the ordinary either. But other than those two tracks, the rest of this is just instrumentals, and you're going to hear some pretty nice ones that seem to be inspired by the sounds of Nujabes and Fat John, which would also make sense because this is having to do with a comic book called Samurai Shin, and Fat John and Nujabes are well known for the work they did on the Samurai Champloo anime, which to this day is one of my favorites. For just a couple examples of these sounds that are kind of similar, you can check out P Soul's Leaves, where we get this bubbly bass and some nice string work. And he also came through with a very mellow sound on Hopeless Nights. That one was my favorite. I just really like the warm keys on that. And with both of these beats, I could picture someone just flowing over it very nicely. So those were two of my favorite tracks on here. And the third one would be the song called Past, which again is an instrumental, this time courtesy of Kuro Silence. And this one kind of has that Nujabes feel to it too, because it's just very smooth, calm, mellow, and it is a little bit sullen and sorrowful as well. Just the overall sound of it is very sad, so someone could rap on there and really tell a story if they wanted to. That said, if you're a rapper who's looking for some beats, you might want to try to contact some of these guys. Maybe you can throw them a couple bucks, man. Get yourself a nice beat to rap over top of. But if you do, and they give you one of these good beats, you better not fuck it up, man, because some of these beats sound really nice. Now, as for some of the other contributions, you get a blaxploitation sound from G Ammo on the track called Childhood Memories, so I thought that one was kind of cool. Just kind of gave me a Black Dynamite type of vibe. And Zia Dawn comes through on Brand New Day with some nice sample chopping and clashing drums. So these two beats were pretty good. They weren't my favorites. I like those other ones better. But overall, this is a pretty solid project that showcases some young, upcoming producers. Overall, I would give it a 3 out of 5 because the rap tracks don't bring too much. And even though I do really like 3 of the beats, the other ones are just kind of cool. So I wasn't going to knock it up to that tier of 3.5, although 3 is very good, and this was close to a 3.5. But I think having some tracks on here with better bars would have really helped uplift it just a little bit. But you know what? Check this one out. I think it's definitely worth it. And then make sure you check out the Samurai Shin comic book as well, because that's a very cool project that is in the works. And make sure you hit up the comment section, man. You know how to do it by now. Do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, subscribe to the channel, click like on that Facebook page. We're really growing over there and having a lot of discussion, so I hope to see you. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.
ありえない。殺しやがった。ボービーの母さんを何のためらいもなく殺しやがった。